Hey Calvary Church, it's Pastor Landon. I just wanted to spend some time with our Calvary Connect tonight and hopefully encourage you in the Word. As I've been thinking about all the things that we've been going through, God has had us in the Psalms for the last 8 weeks. In fact, it's been a pretty sweet time just being in the Psalms, studying the Psalms, being encouraged in the Psalms. And I was thinking about the fact that all of the Psalms from beginning to end, probably roughly 70% make up laments, or these times where the psalmist would be crying out to God in deep distress, in struggle, in hardship. And so for us to be able to read that and consider that these songs were sung in that way, these songs were proclaimed, really pointing to a God that was bigger than the struggle and the hardship. And so as we think about what we're going through a tremendous hardship in our world right now, in our country, here on our island on Oahu, in our church. Today I had a chance to talk to different people from church and just give them a call and pray with some people and ask them how they're doing. And we are seeing God do great things right now, but we also know and realize that there are big struggles going on. And so I would ask that you would pray alongside of each one of the church members, praying that God would sustain them, that God would encourage them in this time, that God would use His Word as a beacon that points us to the one who has all the strength in the world. And so this evening I wanted to read from Psalm 13. It's probably one of the quickest laments in the Psalms, and it is just 6 verses. But the psalmist David begins with this question: How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Isn't that amazing how the psalmist begins asking over and over, how long in succession? How long have you forgotten me, he said. How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul, or that kind of depressed state of life? Or how long am I going to sorrow internally and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long is the one who's evil going to be exalted over me? So it could have been that David was going through a tremendous hardship, that people were trying to attack him or right on his heels. It could have been that there was a physical pain going on within him that caused him to wonder, how long, God, are you going to continue this? Verse 3 and 4 says, Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Light up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say I have prevailed over him, lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken. What I find so fascinating about the psalm is actually this last section, where as we read the psalm, just 6 verses, nothing has changed. The psalmist cries out, how long? The psalmist goes through asking God to consider and answer him, lest he sleep the sleep of death, lest he die. But verse 5 says, But I have trusted in your steadfast or chesed love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. You know what, Calvary Church, God has dealt bountifully with both you and me. He's given us Jesus Christ. He has given us life. He has given us an abundance. He has given us so many things. And we could proclaim, just like the psalmist, that you, God, have dealt bountifully with us. So I'm praying for you. I'm praying that God would encourage you in this time. I'm praying that you would even be like the psalmist and be able to lament. Cry out to God in this time. Ask God to answer. Ask God to cause you to live according to His path. And don't forget that no matter what, our God promises that He withholds no good thing from those who love Him. So now it's time for you and for me to go and be the church and demonstrate that love that God has first shown us. God bless and have a great night. Aloha.